that's, you know, I can't, there's no other way to do it. Like you can't like live in fear. Like I had to kind of step out there and be this person before I was really, really, really super confident. But now it's
Yeah.
all coming together. And I
Oh no, you
totally
see
believe in
it.
what I'm saying. Thank you.
You see it. You see it 100%. I am unlocked. I am unlocked. I am unlimited.
I
I am
love
in
that.
alignment. Yeah, girl. I had to literally
It works.
tell it does. I had to tell us like,
Mhm.
can you just slow down for a second, please? Because these downloads is a whole lot.
It's a lot.
Like
It's
I'm having a
powerful.
hard time. It's powerful because you got to make sure you get your rest.
Hmm. Especially
Make
it's
sure you.
been, yeah, because I'm not like an expert. I know that physically it's, it has, and I never researched it or anything, but I have noticed as I have been moving through my process and ascending more and more, I do find that I need to be very mindful of rest, of taking
Yes.
time for myself, of meditation, especially because when you start to do this work and you have to give it to other people, you can't pour from an empty cup, like you really do. And then vibrationally, you have to be ready to serve. You have to be where you need to be. And sometimes that means saying no and laying down, you know, not setting boundaries, not doing everything that you're asked to do, and just making sure
Yes,
you take time for yourself. So that's another
you have to
show.
say
That's a
no
whole other
sometimes.
show. We could do a whole show on that. Yeah.
So let's see. Where do we go back to? The taglines for this are, you know, like exploring self discovery and the tools. What
Hmm.
one of the tools that you use and that I love is the walking meditation. Okay. So what would be one of the yes, you live by it. Talk to us about it again for a second. Walking
Yeah, like
meditation.
I got it. Walking meditation. It's really simple. You basically what I do. I've played around. You can do all kinds of variations of it. Currently, what I do is I record, and I've been. It's two things I want to say about this. One is keeping things general. We never really talked about that, but we will get to that. But one thing is I record myself saying something really general, something positive. One, what's the lady? Or no, is it everything is wonderful? Everything is wonderful. Who is that? What's it's not Florence Scovel Shin, but it's another one of those like 1920s gurus that figured this stuff out a
Florence,
long time ago. Huh? I can't hear you. You broke up.
Florence,
No, it's not Florence Scovel Shin. It's someone. It's a man of that time. They were around at the same time, but
James
they
Allen.
were proponents. It's someone. It'll come to me. But if they're a proponent of keeping things right, like I will say before I get into the details of that, I will say that I had a lot of anxiety, and this is something I've kind of learned somewhat recently. I had a lot of anxiety trying to be very specific around the things I was trying to call in. Excuse me, my dog treats. Um, and I realized that one of the things that was a little bit more effective was to keep things really general, like keeping it at everything is wonderful, all is well, I am covered, I am protected, I am loved, I am whole, instead of saying, I need to make $10,000 next month, you know, like whatever it was. Like, and I found that like when I was very specific, number one, it almost came from fear. It was like a fear vibe for one thing. And it didn't materialize in the same way as just focusing on an energy of well-being and light and protection and ease, like just kind of keeping it high level. So what I do pretty much every day, if not 7 days a week, definitely six. Um, I go on a nice long walk where I listen to myself having recorded a high level statement over and over and over. I listen to 10-minute intervals. I record myself doing it for 10 minutes. This is game. This is free game. I'm telling you, this works. Okay.
Yeah.
And it ends up becoming your mental chatter. Now you got to do it, and you got to do it every day. And it's also very effective to do it right before you fall asleep. How you start your day and how you end your day are super, super effective. But we know from the evidence, from scientific research, from the Joe Dispenzas of the world, that our thoughts create our lives. And like we said earlier, thoughts that we think repetitively are the energy aligned with the energy of our lives. So again, doing these meditations, walking. I like to, number one, I meditate, period. Like I just do like a regular meditation, like sitting in my bed. I have a really good one I'll share. I think I shared it with you, Najima, through Insight Timer. Just a million meditations out there. But I do that in the morning, and then I go for the walk. And when I tell you on the days that I don't do this, I feel it, because every day, because we're reprogramming our mind, we're reprogramming a whole 40 some years, a lifetime of BS, right? So you can go, and I can speak for myself. I've gone months stretches where I pretty much like strayed. But if you don't keep it going, you can go back into your old self, right? So it's really important to start each day in the remembrance of who you're calling in. Like, and it gets me hyped, because it's like, okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay, yeah. You know, things are going to be okay.
This is it. This is the turning point for me, Makia. When Joe Dispenza broke me down to the point of understanding that I have to wake up every day. I'm gonna look in this camera.
Yep.
With
It's a decision.
vision of who I want to be, who I am, who I'm working out, defined by a vision of and for the future. I have
Because
to
if
be
not,
defined
you're
by
going to do the past. Because if not, and what's the second part of that was, because if not, you only are going to be defined by the past, which means you're going to just keep doing what you always did, which you don't like, but you know what it brings you. You know what doing what you've always done brings you. It brings you exactly what you're sitting in, and usually the thing that you're running from. So you have to do something different. Like, it's not about anyone else.
it's that
Huh?
simple. It's that
It
simple.
really is. It really is that. And it's a decision. But to your point, and I heard something about this,
Vision.
something similar the other day. Like, you have to get. I think it was Joe. It was somebody. But it's like, no, you have to do this every day. Like, you
Daily.
have to make the decision. You have to
Well,
decide. No, I'm gonna align with this version. Now, and some days you may not. Some days you might want to. Sometimes we feel crappy and we want to live. We want to
yeah,
feel sorry for
yeah.
ourselves and we want to do all that stuff. But the longer we stay there, the longer number one, we got to deal with whatever made us mad. We got to deal with that. We still got to deal with that. Then we got to deal with all the shame that we create after we go down into our spiral. And then, it's not worth it. Like, let's just stay in, feel our feelings, unpack them. And in terms of tools, and this is a little off topic, but kind of on topic, I think it's really important to have a process to unpack your stuff. Like, because stuff is going to come up every day. But I know for me, I feel so empowered knowing that when things show up, I can just step back and ask myself a couple of questions and figure out what my part in it is. And then that's where
Yeah.
I can actually change my behavior. So being able to those affirmations and have the power to unpack unpleasant things, for me, like, life changing, so
But
empowering, because it has nothing to do with anyone else.
you got to
Hmm?
see it.
What'd
You
you
got to
say?
face it.
Yep.
Then you got to unpack it.
Yep. And you
But
got
you
to
can't
change your
face
freaking
it.
behavior.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't face it until you see it, and you're never gonna get past it. You not if you don't unpack it.
Nope. And that
You got
unpacking can't have anything to do with anyone else. It
that.
cannot.
Okay,
It needs to be.
has
It
to be
cannot have
you.
anything to do. It has to be, because it's about how you are showing up in the world, how you are relating to other people. And again, like, I know, look, the difference in the type of men, and we
Oh,
know this, we have this in common. The difference in the
no, I
type of
literally said this
men,
2 weeks ago. That's what I literally said this 2 weeks ago. But speak on it, sis. Speak on it.
it's not even comparable. Like, the type of men that I attract now versus the type of men that I attracted when I was at a lower vibration, it's not even comparable. Like, it's insane. Like, but I know I haven't they've always been there. They've
It's always
always been there. I just wasn't aligned to them. I wasn't looking for them. I wouldn't have seen them. I wouldn't have known what to do with them because that
right.
wasn't who I was. And it's funny. I remember I met this guy right after college who was a really, really great guy. And he was so nice and he had all this good stuff going. And I was a complete and utter crazy person. And I totally sabotaged it. And I think about him often because I'm like, yo, no, I wasn't ready. Like, I wasn't ready for him. I didn't know what to do with a non chaotic, nice guy who wasn't lying or doing all these things. Like, it just ended up being I just didn't know what to do with it, you know? So I was calibrated in a different way. So I got
Mm.
different results. And now I'm calibrated
Hey,
completely differently. And I
hey.
have such different experiences, like night and day,
Yeah,
night and
I
day.
agree. Understand. I agree, and I appreciate it. They said, it's something about who a woman who steps into that energy. And Makia, you have been teaching that energy. I want to give you an opportunity to let people know how they can find you and what services you're currently offering right now. Okay.
Yes. Well, I am on Instagram, like I said, most active there. At Hope Mama DC, HAUTEMAMADC. I have a website, thehopegoddess.com, where it lists all my services. Currently, I am offering coaching services. I am going to do a cohort of my course in the fall called Remember Your Goddess. I'm so excited about it. There are testimonials on my page, on my social, and on my website. It really does. It talks about like the things we're talking about today, essentially practical tools. We go step by step, first owning your stuff, understanding what your stuff is, and then teaching you tools on how to unpack it, and then most importantly, lifestyle and how to reprogram and like how to show up as this new version of yourself. So I'm really excited about that. That's going to be launching in the fall. I'm going to start posting about that more to like kind of a good lead up to that because I think we're going to start right after Labor Day. But until then, coaching packages. I do workshops. I'm getting into corporate clients. So, workshops and a corporate version of Remember Your Goddess is coming up.
I'm not going to
Yeah,
put
I'm
you on the spot,
excited. I'm excited about that. Mhm.
and so is Marcella, and so is the dog. um, not to put you on the spot, but and if it's not a good time, let me know with a thumbs up or thumbs down because I know how the doggies go. But what's going on with the YouTube?
The YouTube is coming. Okay. She's going to get the YouTube going. She has not yet, but thank you
Okay.
for that because I really do want to do it. I've been in a transition space in terms of my business. I've been having to prioritize around like I have another business. I don't know if you know this. I do like small business support. So I'm one person. So I had to kind of I've been kind of gel a little bit. But YouTube is the ultimate goal. I'm really excited about it. I actually have a friend that's going to be coming in town that's going to help me record some stuff.
That's it.
That and I'm excited about that. But yeah, I'm gonna do almost like a rebrand because I
Oh,
do
wow.
want to get more into video. I do want to get more into talking. I
Yeah.
love writing, but I think it's time for something new. So YouTube is the next thing. I cannot wait to do that. So thank you for reminding me.
I've got something for you. I've got
What?
something for you too. We're going to talk about it because we haven't really had a debrief update, such and such, so and so. Because I know you want to know how I'm so unlocked, but I'm unlocked, boo. And you walk me to the door with the key.
Yes, I'm
You
so
walk,
excited about this.
you walk me to the door with the key. Yeah, but I am on this journey, and like I said earlier at the top, this is 9 months. We're gonna walk this out 9 months. I want people to, grab a journal and start asking themselves some questions. You know, I'll share this with you. We all go through our journeys, our times where we're not quite exactly sure about how we're we might not be happy about how we're showing up. And there were a few times when I
Mhm.
wasn't necessarily happy about how I was showing up. I looked at people and I said, I don't really feel like I know that about myself. I don't really feel like, I'm able to express myself in this way. Because there was a time when I was scared of being canceled. There was a time when I
Really?
was scared. Yeah, I
Hmm.
was, I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna get canceled. Oh, I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna get canceled. I don't want to get canceled.
That's not even a
Um,
real thing, though.
I know, right?
But I'm just saying, it all just the stories we tell ourselves. But anyway, keep going.
It is. But well, where I am right now is I am more concerned with spreading these messages that I have, spreading oh wow, just the love and the goodness in the community and the business and the books and the everything and the writing,
Yeah.
talking. And I want to thank you, and I want to encourage you, and I want to see you on stages. I want to
Yeah.
encourage women, if you want to tap into understanding your goddess energy, if you want to tap into getting aligned with your divine feminine, if you really want to understand your mind, Makia has an incredible program, and I would encourage you
Thank
all,
you.
yes, to tap in, as I say, to tap into her program. If you're watching this on the replay, I want you to hashtag replay, let me know. We want to know that you're seeing this, because we dropped gems. We want you to get in Makia's program. We want you to walk through this series, the journey to I am, with me, your host Najima. Thank you so very much. Makia, let's, I don't want to keep you. Let's stay another 5 minutes or so.
Okay.
um
Well, I want
what
to
would you
I want to say something to you. I'm really really proud of you. I'm excited to see what you have going on. So talk to me about, like, because we haven't really caught up. So this is
we
perfect. So
have we
tell
haven't
me
caught up.
exactly what
Oh,
doing. So you said the 9 month series. Like,
yeah.
what is that all about? And what are you learning with your coach that has got you putting yourself out here like this? I love it.
Okay, so after I stopped working with you, Makia, wow, I don't want to say things went crazy, but like when you start doing this work, yeah, when you start doing this
Oh
work,
yeah,
begins the train begins. You start
yeah,
moving, and things happen, and you're forced. The momentum starts to move you, and whether you were ready or not, the momentum starts to move you. So I found myself greater disenchanted with what I was doing, looking to continue to do something else, knowing that I was meant for something greater, to do something greater. And the universe sort of just kind of pushed me out there. I separated from my job recently, let's say yes, I separated from my position in April. um and since then I'm sort of being pushed into entrepreneurship, I will say, because you know I worked in career services. I worked in personal branding. So I lived on LinkedIn, and I love doing these types of things. And the camera and I are not strangers. So it's all good. But I wanted to do more. And I'm going to start to do more. Part of this series being this right here, and exploring myself as I unlock to freedom. So at the end of last year, 2020, because we started working together at the end of 2021. When was that? Or was that at the top of 2022? You're on mute.
yes, yes. Top of 22, I think.
Okay, so
Hmm.
2022 was a transformative year, and it is May, but it could still be a transformative year for you two, ladies and gentlemen. Make the decision, grab your life, by the reins. This is what I call active lifestyle leadership. This is you. This is all you. It could be sugar or shit. What you want it to be.
It's a decision. And
Decision, decision.
again, it's a moment by moment decision too. That's another thing I'm learning. Every moment isn't
Mhm.
going to be perfect. You have to constantly choose to be a higher version of yourself, because your mind is always going to lean toward the familiar, which is another thing I talk about in my course. Understanding how our minds work as humans has been one of the most freeing things I think I experienced on this journey, because so many things that I used to myself up about was just me being human. Like I did, again, like I said, the habit thing. Like there are all kinds of things around that, and then not understanding our thoughts and all of that stuff. Like you've got to know yourself. You got to get to know yourself. You got your mind works, and then from there, there are there are steps that are scientifically proven that will change your brain waves, like the way you think, the way you show, the way you hold things in your mind. And it's not even about necessarily suppressing memories. It's about how you hold them in your mind, your perspective around it, right? Like, so even the most horrific thing, not minimizing it, not forget it, but not holding it in your mind as something that is necessarily here to stop you from being what you're meant to be, or that's a reflection of you or your worth, which is really the biggest thing, because self-worth is what it's all about. Once you get that
Mhm.
down, everything else pretty
Yeah.
much flows.
Girl, stop breaking them down
Yeah,
so
I
easily.
love it. I love this stuff, girl. I love
I know.
it.
We were. So you asked me sort of kind of like what was it? I had been pushed. I had started to become very uncomfortable, and it began to exhibit, demonstrate itself in my life. I'll say that, if that makes sense. You know what I mean. Behavior. So I had to change my behavior, and I had seen Christy Rutherford, who is the most recent coach that I've been working with, on a webinar related to career advancement. So that's where I was at the time when I first saw her. But then things shifted, and the offerings that Christy started to make were different. Um, she began to talk about total life fulfillment. Total life fulfillment. We're just not talking about a job, because and there's still things that I want to work about. I'm gonna put a pin in this. I still want to work with and around my relationship with money, and I know you could probably help me with that. Our schoolmate Ryan can help me with that. I know I'm gonna work with Ryan as well, um, around money, but life is so much more than that. So the message of total life fulfillment began to resonate with me, and I started to work with her, and her program is very extensive, very well put together, and again, that's why your program reminded me of hers, and why I keep telling you to raise your prices. So keep on. So but it just it re-emphasized. Christy broke me down in a way other people wouldn't. Christy was not afraid to tell me that I was, and Christy told me I was boring. Can you believe?
Okay.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Come on now. We didn't kick it in DC, but I used to be in all the clubs.
Not boring.
I
That's
had the list.
funny. But yeah, so
You
she kicked you in the butt
know,
like my coach kicked me in the butt about being
right.
codependent. So that's how she kicked you in the butt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was boring. She told me I was playing too small. She told me that when I was staying where
Mm.
I was playing too small. And again, being in career services, what I tell other people is you got to slide your resume across the table to yourself, right?
Mm.
Across so you can see how
Yeah.
fly, how dope you are. Yes, I did this. I did this. Yes, I did this. You can't have imposter syndrome if you're looking at the truth. You can't. You
Yeah.
cannot cross the system if you
Yeah.
look at the truth. So people, I'm gonna say this right now. Update your resumes. And if you want to update your resume,
Hmm.
we on LinkedIn because I will work that out for you for a fee. But you got to
For a fee,
recognize
of
how dope you
course.
are, and for a fee, of
Yeah.
course. And Christy broke me down. Christy helped me see the tools in another way. Christy got me connected to a community, which I am excited for you to begin to continue or to continue to develop. Um, Community, the content, really digging in. And again, the difference between, you know, knowing it and the being doing it difference. Really
Next level.
stepping in. I told my coach who my other Christy's program works where she's like head of the coaching program, but there are obviously coaches that work under her. So Kathy was my coach, and Kathy would tell me that I was the only person thus far that she would get direct downloads from. She would be getting downloads from my ancestors, making sure that I was make sure she's doing this. Ask her
That's
about this.
wonderful.
It is great. It's great.
Wow.
It is. Yes, I have learned that my tribe and my supporters are vast and many, and I am thankful for them, and I honor them.
That's major. Good for you. Good
It
for
is,
you. That's beautiful.
again, the journey to I am. Because let's wrap it up. This is what it means. I am. Um, in Charleston, the International African American Museum will be opening in just a few weeks,
Oh,
opening to the
wow.
public. Yes, it has been a long time coming. It has been the tireless work of thousands of people, literally. The brainchild of our long-term mayor emeritus, I guess you perhaps would call him, Joe Riley, and the museum, which was controversial because of the name. We got the International African American Museum in Charleston, South Carolina, right? Okay, so what do you mean here? And is this just going to be
Hmm.
another story, another slavery story? Well, I can tell you, no,
Hmm.
it is not. I have been
Okay.
inside. I am not a historian. I'm just
Hmm.
a black girl from Charleston, South Carolina, from the low
Hmm.
country. I'm just a black girl from the low country. And I am so proud of that museum, Makia. And I want to
Really?
invite,
Okay.
yes, I want to invite everyone to come down to the International African American Museum. Part of that museum, part of one of the things I was excited about when I came back home was the museum, because it's a chance to show
Hmm.
the world contributions of my state. Do you know Althea Gibson is from South Carolina?
Hmm. I
Althea
did not
Gibson,
know that. I know who she is, but I did not know that. Okay.
Benjamin Hayes.
Didn't know that.
Uh,
I don't know much about Charleston. I watch Southern Charm. It triggers me, but that's another conversation. I was actually talking
come,
about that show the other day.
yeah, I'm inviting you down to Moja, end of September through early October. Actually, it's a long time. September through October in Charleston. We have the Caribbean Arts Festival. Are you a Caribbean gal? Caribbean gal?
I heard that through some history, somebody was from Barbados, but I wasn't
Okay,
raised culturally Caribbean.
okay.
But I do have lots of Caribbean friends.
We have a connection to Barbados, so I would love to
Okay.
help you explore that, whether it's
Yes.
and the Center for Family History at the International African American Museum. This ain't a commercial for them. This is a commercial for the journey to I am. I want to thank my guest, Makia, my Spelman sister, my coach, my friend. Can't wait to see you soon and next. You going to homecoming?
Yes. I've been thinking
Yeah.
about it. I may, well, this is my son's last
Oh,
year in
that's
high
right.
school. So if I want him to see it through those eyes, I may, because he did a college tour and no one was on campus. He said that the AUC, he said Clark's campus on a Friday was empty. And I said, oh, then that ain't right.
Whatever.
So we got to get you down there to see it in its actual, in full glory. So I
Yes,
may. So you're gonna be down
yes.
there? You're
Yeah,
going for
I
sure.
made it last year. I wasn't going to miss it anymore. Why?
Okay.
It's family,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, I was waiting to see. I'm glad I didn't go last year though, because they had to work out all them kinks. I know they
Yeah.
had
It was
doing
crazy.
things, but yeah. But
It
I
was
think I
great
am
though.
gonna. I think I'm gonna go this year.
So yeah, I wanna thank you again. Do you have any last words right now?
No, I just want to encourage everyone to do their work. Like, you can literally have the life of your dreams. You can call in anything. You can have do be anything you want. We just have to do the work to get there. You can do it. It's a decision. You can do it. You can literally change your mind.
Yes, you can. You can change your mind, you can change your life. And we encourage you to do so. Thank you again, Makia. Um, gonna go on and let you chill out in the break room. All right, bye bye. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Najima Davis Washington. I am the creator of this series, The Journey to I Am. You can follow me and this journey over the next 9 months as we explore what the phrase I am means, what that means to you. That reminds me, I got to follow up with Makia about her I am song, right? So, mind, body, soul, whatever it may be, um, we're going to look at the words I am and identity from that lens. Okay. Um, Thank you so much. Now remember, get your notebook because we're going to take a great ride and to explore who we are. All of this is on the journey to freedom. All right, we're looking for freedom. Freedom is our ultimate goal, being free. And I don't feel like you can do that unless you know who you are. So, again, thank you so very much for watching. I am your host of The Journey to I Am. My name is Najima Davis Washington. You can find me on all social media platforms. I'm talking Facebook, um, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram at Najima TV. All right. You can find me there. If you're looking for me on LinkedIn, my handle is NAJDAVWASH. Thank you so much for those of you who joined me across the different platforms. Um, I want to encourage you to again get a notebook. If you're watching this on the replay, let me know. Tweet me, TikTok me, message me, DM me if you have questions. If you have a guest that you think that should be on the program, I would love to get in touch with them and with you. And I want to thank um, again our guest, and I want to encourage you to do one last thing. All right. I am beginning programming with the Urban Music Report channels and UMR channels group media. And that means that you can go to your Roku or your Apple TV and you can search for UMRC. That stands for Urban Music Report Channels, UMRC. All right. And then you can download that. And you can look for my trending video right there. My video is trending right now. My video on Bard, because you know I love some AI. So again, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate your time. Let me know what you think about this. All right. Have a great day whenever and wherever you're listening or watching this. Thanks again. Give me a follow, okay? Peace.